Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Deffinition, aka Mr. Marvel, and if you loved Avengers Endgame 3000, then we finally have some more heartbreaking info on the film that makes Tony Stark's sacrifice even more noble. Throughout this video, I'll be breaking down the recent Robert Downey Jr. interview with the Off-Camera Show and discussing how Tony Stark purposely built his suit for one reason alone. There will be heavy spoilers here, so if Thanos snapped you out of existence and you haven't had a chance to watch Avengers Endgame yet, then I highly recommend that you turn off now. With that out the way, I just want to give a huge thank you for clicking this video. Now sit back, relax, and let's get into my breakdown of the truth behind the Mark 85 armor. Okay, so first things first, I just want to kind of play the key parts of the interview to show how Robert Downey Jr. views Tony Stark's sacrifice.
With Marvel is, oh yeah, it's a complete 180. It started off with someone who's absolutely self-centered, has more money than they could ever spend, is spiritually dead, and has no idea that they're about to go through a crucible that is going to put them in a position to be of service to their community. Boom. Then by the end of it, the last suit he has isn't even designed for him to be able to survive using it. The first suit is all about, will this get me and my ego and my precious physical frame out of this cave I'm in and into the desert where maybe the cavalry can come get me and bring me back to my stupid life.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The last one is not designed to be able to do its job and have you make it past it. So that's the great, Joseph Campbell mythology of, like, ultimately you go from refusing the call of being a serendipitous hero, and by the end you're willing to give the ultimate sacrifice, your life, despite your family and your groundedness and your desire to not want to do that so that the community can thrive. But it would be really a pity if I couldn't ingest that and make, and make adjustments moving forward so that I don't regress to old behaviors or say, well, where's my next massive franchise?
Yeah, because that is a losing game right there.
Maybe, yeah.
Although,
I don't know.
not in your case.
No, it doesn't feel right.
So clearly this kind of confirms what a lot of fans, including myself, were speculating about the Mark 85 armor, and not only how it was designed but also what its true purpose was. Tony Stark has always been a person who doesn't really fit the mold of what we typically define as a hero. Before his big turn in the first Iron Man film, he was self-centered, misogynistic, and not really accepting of the responsibility that he'd had thrust upon him. There's even shades of this in Avengers Endgame when the group go to visit him at his lodge, and he doesn't really want anything to do with them or their time travel plan. Tony Stark, though he lost the battle with Thanos, actually came out better than most due to the events of Infinity War. The love of his life was still around, he had a daughter, and all in all it seemed like things couldn't have really gone better for him due to the circumstances. This is why he initially doesn't want to help his friends, though he realises that he's the only one who can. That's what makes his moves in Avengers Endgame all the more heartbreaking. Tony didn't have to make the sacrifice, but he still did, and that's what makes him a true hero. It's clear that Robert Downey Jr. and Stark himself also knew that Tony would be going on a suicide mission, which is the exact reason why he built his own version of the gauntlet out of nanotech that worked with his suit. Tony clearly thought that at some point, if he had to wield the stones, he must, even though it would kill him, which is why he built the Mark 85 suit to be able to house them in order for him to carry out the snap that saved the universe. Now, there was two options that Tony could have taken, either not build the suit this way or create it knowing that if it came down to it, he would have to sacrifice himself. Downey even says in the interview that the suit is not designed to do its job and for him to make it past it, which highlights that Tony simply built the entire Mark 85 with one real purpose in mind. The true job of the suit is to handle the power of the stones, but just long enough so that Tony can perform the snap if needs be. This is why we see the Hulk struggling a lot more with wielding them, as opposed to Iron Man, who is only really completely torn apart by them upon completing the snap. It's a really heartbreaking reveal that shows that in the end, Tony Stark was the kind of guy who would lay down on the wire and make the ultimate sacrifice, even though he already had everything that he wanted. Tony was a man who had everything to lose and still did it anyway, which makes him the true definition of a hero, and it's no wonder to see why the MCU is at such a loss without him. Obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this reveal and if it makes you enjoy the film even more. Comment below and let me know, and if you like this video then please give it a thumbs up and make sure you check out my full breakdown of the alternate ending to Spider-Man Far From Home, which will be linked at the end. I go over how the writers of the film originally wanted to end the movie and give my thoughts on it, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to know more. I'll also leave a link to the original interview with Robert Downey Jr. in the description below if you want to watch more and see his thoughts on it. I also just want to let you know that we're giving away a free copy of Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray to one lucky winner, and all you have to do is like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. The winner will be chosen at random on August the 10th, and the Blu-ray will be shipped out from then to whoever gets the prize, so best of luck to everyone who takes part. This is a channel for people who are super into superheroes, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Deffinition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.